Oh, man.
Good morning and welcome to Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram Trucks Picks of the Week on Today in L.A. I'm Mike Amos, speaking from our studios in South Grundy Street in Troy, Alabama. And, of course, Jason, good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Mike.
And, of course, Neil, and we're ready to go this morning. Of course, so much goes on. You know, Jason, you moved to Troy, I reckon, 2 years ago. Have you ever seen a little town that has more things going on?
Oh, goodness, man, it's full of things going on. You know, if someone says that there's nothing going on in Troy, Alabama, they're terribly misled.
There's no question about it. Of course, last night, Neil, you've been around Troy basketball like I have for years and years and supported them and
yes, sir.
Been to all the games. Well, last night was a game of all games. They played UAB, a very, very good basketball team.
Yep.
And they had over 5,000 people there.
Atmosphere
Every
incredible.
sorority, the entire marching band was there.
Oh, wow.
The entire football team was there. Every sport was the whole teams were there. Over 5,000 people. I'm talking about screamers, too, now. These girls were screamers. You know what I mean, don't you? You got three of them, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I got three of them.
And my grandchildren are watching this morning from my house. Mike's driving through. There was my wife's, his wife's grandmother passed away, and they're going up with that. And all I'm in my house right now watching our show. And Mike will be on the show today. Neil, a close one, buddy.
Last second
20,
three-pointer.
I know it, but on the contest, 20-7, meet you and I, and Mike.
Oh, okay.
Michael was 21-6,
Oh,
and ends up winning this week.
Yeah.
And you were no-show. You were under the weather a little bit.
Yeah.
And tell us how your event went. Everybody that tells me that went, and I had to be out of town on the Troy game with a bus and everything. Tell us how it went.
Man, you know, we were plagued with rain, and the forecast was looking grim, and goodness gracious, the rain kind of went all the way around us, and it was a little spotty, but man, it turned out to be perfect.
You know,
Weather was great.
I've been to a lot of events. I put on a lot of events over the years, and you know, especially with bands and things like that. And I've never heard anybody any more applause than you got from the get-go on everything you did. It was people that I've asked that have been around a long time say as first class as it'll ever get, and that's a great compliment.
Well, we appreciate it. It was fun. Let's say that. The Tams were absolutely amazing.
Now, and ladies and gentlemen, they had this event in the middle of nowhere. Now, you would have to agree with that.
That's right.
And now, let me tell you this. I saw a to the party sign on the bypass right at the intersection of George Wallace Drive. And then there was one on down. Y'all had them all the way up and down the bypass on how to get there. Did you have many of them? Many people call you up and say, "Where are y'all? Where are y'all?"
Oh, no. Spencer did a good job putting the signs out.
Wait a minute. You mean Spencer did that?
Yeah, he did it. He made sure everyone knew where they were going, and man, I'm telling you, it was packed. It was a full house.
Yeah. And somebody told me over 300 people.
It was
just
close.
for the
Real
supper
close.
alone, wasn't it?
That's right.
Now, did you? Wait a minute. Now, if you shot skeet, you should have a sore shoulder.
It's on this
Oh,
side.
you got a sore. Yeah, you're not a left-hander, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm a left.
Oh, you're a left-hander. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But anybody that shoots skeet got to either have a pad or have a sore shoulder. Is that right?
Listen, it was a good turnout for the skeet shoot. You know, I wish there was a few more teams involved, but you know, everyone was a little worried about the weather. I mean, it was forecast to rain 70% all day, and hard storm, you know, bad storms. Man, I'm telling you, it just went all the way around us. It sprinkled. It rained hard for like 2 seconds, then it went away, and everyone was still shooting. So there was no delays. Lunch was great by Hooks. Man, couldn't have been more happy with that. And then Yanni that night.
I told Hooks how much you raved over him. So next time you ought to give it to you free.
Hey, and Yanni that night did a fantastic job. Man, I'm telling you, it was unbelievable. So.
Well, I tell you what, you a young man that has hit the ground running in this community, and everybody just raves over what you've done for the schools and now for the hospital. And they said the Tams, of course, be young, be foolish, but be happy is one of the great songs. And I've been hurt, and all those songs, are well known. And they said they came out and they were a bunch of old men, but they were old men that had been with the Tams for years and years.
That's right. They played for over 3.5 hours.
Wow.
Non-stop.
I was
heard it was unbelievable. And I'm a dancer, too. I would have been out there on every dance. I love it,
It was a great time.
Will you promise to do it again?
Yes, sir, we will.
Please promise to do it again.
We're going to do it again.
And I'll work the gate for you. That was what I was worried about. I drove up there one day, just looking at it, and I said, well, you got all that gravel out. You poured how much gravel you reckon you had out on your road?
There's several.
But most everybody told me it wasn't muddy. You had it laid out pretty good.
You were ready. He
Hey,
was ready.
we were ready.
And where'd you buy the steaks?
Yanni provided all that.
And of course, everybody told me that it was really good steak and shrimp, all you could eat pretty much.
Oh, yeah, it was buffet. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Hey, man, I'm telling you, you missed out.
Man, I was stuck on the softball.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's brought to you by
field.
Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass in Troy, Alabama. And this is the man, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Gregory, who has come in here and raised money for some great causes in our community. And of course, Neil's been around education all his life, and we hadn't had that many efforts by an individual like his ever, to my knowledge. And
He was grabbing the bull by the horn.
maybe since
what you gotta do.
the great Charles Henderson, maybe. Of course, Jason.
If you can get us a multi-million-dollar trust fund set up like Charles Henderson, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
I'm working on that myself.
and now, let me, of course, right now, and I tell people that Troy will $100 you to death. I mean, I will tell you, there's so many people raising money and for different great causes and everything, and I'm not knocking it, but it's just, to get things done, you've got to go to the public and try to raise the money. And of course, Jason just goes ahead and just says, hey, I'll do it, and next time somebody comes knocking on the door, you're going to say, we're out on the lot trying to sell a car. Is that right?
That's
Hey,
right.
I tell you what, though, the public has noticed that Jason is so strong in the community, and I'm proud to see that a lot of people are buying vehicles
Oh, yeah.
from Jason, a Dodge Jet, Ram, and Chrysler and Jeep.
Well,
They noticed that he's buying into our community, so they're taking his vehicles into consideration and making purchases.
No question about it. Now, Jason, tomorrow, let me just say, the 65th annual Troy University Appreciation Day Parade from downtown Troy starts at 10 o'clock. How many Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Ram trucks going to be in that parade?
We got a few of them. We got a few of them.
Now surely they have to have insurance and
That's right.
and a driver's license.
And a driver's license. That's all I ask.
And of course you'll have some of those new trucks.
Y'all
in
check
there.
the mileage when it goes out.
Yeah, we will.
And
Some of them be running down those arcs.
Just for guys like you.
Well, I've got a brand new Jeep Cherokee, and I just love it. And it's the only vehicle that I've ever known of, that when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign, the motor goes off, and the minute you take your foot off the brake, it comes back on.
Saves gas.
That's right.
Oh yeah. But I've gotten used to it now. And it's really a very.
You don't even know what's
thing.
happening now.
Very unique thing, and of course there'll be some Dodge. There's going to be some Dodge, Chryslers, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, and of course those Ram trucks. I'm sure y'all be showing them off, won't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Those are pretty trucks.
Tell me about that silver one. Everybody wants that silver one with the chrome. Is that right?
Man, that's a good-looking truck.
It
That's
really is.
That's one of their top-selling colors.
In the country, no question about it. Of course, we're waiting on Mike Amos. He'll be calling in a moment, and we've got football galore. the Neil takes his broadcast crew or television crew down to Mobile. Now, I've been there and done that. It's something that
we'll be late getting back. That's for sure.
But you know what? You know what I always say about it though. Your adrenaline will bring you back because of the game. You know, pretty much.
Yeah, we get wrapped up in the game. That's for sure.
And I'm sure you and Wally will find somewhere to eat. And
I think we're gonna hit Mr. Mike. I think we're gonna hit Wenzel's at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
good for us.
I think Wenzel's is good, but also they've got Dreamland Barbecue right there too. Is pretty good.
Well, it was a toss-up between Felix's on the Causeway and Wenzel's, and the game crew has chose Wenzel's seafood.
I know it'll be good. And of course, you'll have that for you at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock this Saturday morning.
Yep.
Well, we're doing the parade live, so
it may be a different time. Yeah,
might be a little different.
Yeah.
You know, they maybe could move it up to 8, you know, something like that.
You know, I'm not sure what they do on parade day, but it'll be shown at some point on Channel 2.
I've been through the parade since 1984, pretty much every one of them. I have never missed a homecoming parade, not only as an announcer, but as a kid. In 1954, I was 7 years old, and I went to that parade, and you know, I mean, that's where you were on homecoming, you know, and they were huge parades. And back then, Jason, they'd have these 18-wheelers, big old 18-wheelers in that, you know, we don't really have that wide of streets in downtown Troy. And they
make those corners.
And kids would start on Mondays before the parade and be stuffing, you know, floats. Mm-hmm. And it was a big thing. You remember that?
I do.
Big thing, you know, party and everybody was out everywhere, you know, putting together floats.
I got something else for you to bring back.
Now they finally made sense. They took the 18-wheeler out because they were gonna kill somebody. They didn't, because they couldn't make it. I mean, here it is. You got kids right there on the corner, and that 18-wheeler trying to turn that corner.
Yeah.
But thank goodness they voted them out, and now you know it's much better, and now you pay for the floats. You buy the floats now. Yeah. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir. They do. But one more thing, this will bring back a lot of memories, Mike, and this is one thing that I remember in the early 70s and mid 70s as a 7-year-old, 6-year-old watching the homecoming parade, is the big wooden horse.
Yeah.
That the cheerleaders sat on.
That's right.
You remember that white horse?
Yeah.
They had a humongous Trojan horse pulled on a trailer, and it was a white and red, humongous Trojan horse built out of wood. And all the cheerleaders would sit all over it and stand all around it, and that's what the cheerleaders went through the parade on for years and years and years. I wonder. I guess that thing rotted away.
Yeah, it probably did. But you know, so many people get are mistaken. Now, the horse, the Trojans were the ones that the Greeks brought the Trojan horse into the Troy community. Yeah. And the Troy community went out and was partying, celebrating, thinking the war was over. And all of these Greeks came out of the old Trojan horse, and that's how they ended up defeating
that's what that was mimicking.
But I know it. But you know, and all of us recognize that horse has been that was really the worst thing that ever happened to Troy.
I know, yeah. But I just distinctly remember that horse.
Oh yeah,
being in the parade.
And of course, it is a wonderful parade in downtown Troy, showing appreciation to our university. I think there's only 2 in the country that are the 2 largest in the country where a town puts on a day and a parade for their university, and of course it'll be a lot of fun, and it's just part of it. And of course, kickoff out at Troy against Georgia Southern. It's going to be a good football game. That'll be a 2:30 kickoff, but it's going to be a lot of fun and festivities going on all weekend long, and of course tailgating and having big time. And I know a lot of folks, like you said, do they do this very ahead of time? Do they come up here at the last moment wanting a car or truck or what?
No, they started last week.
Yeah.
Calling and reserving the car. So.
Most of them. Did you have any convertibles?
Well, you got the Jeep Wranglers.
Yeah. Okay, that's real good.
I'll take the top off that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
One other thing about the parade, Mike, that I thought was super interesting. Did you see where they've restored Dr. Ralph Adams' old car, and it's going to be in the parade.
It's parked right now at the alumni office
That
right
is
now,
so
and
neat.
it's been redone, and it's an old Chevy 2. I want to say it's a 63 or 64 Chevy 2.
I'm not sure about the make and model. I just remember as a child him riding that.
I was in it as early as yesterday.
Were you?
Yeah, we've got it out there, and of course it's like I said, and of course he drove that for years and years. He is a multi-millionaire, president of the university, and he tried to beat up old Chevy 2 that he had to replace the floor 2 different times where they rotted out the floor.
Yeah.
And I can remember not too long ago that they had the old rendition, and I had to drive that thing, and I thought it was going to just fall apart. But now,
restored it.
he did leave quite an estate. Ralph Adams did, and I'm sure part of his estate redid that car. And
I just thought that was really
You're right. You're exactly right. It'll be a highlight to the parade and so forth. And you said that you got your girls will be riding on the float?
That's right.
Will it be a premier float, or what will it be?
The Pike Lib.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Again, last night, Troy, before a packed house, and let me tell you this, if you'd been in that game, you would say, this is as big time as college basketball gets. I mean, it was really, really a great affair, and so much going on and so much participation. I know after the game, I mean, the sidewalks all the way up the hill were just packed, with people leaving it was raining and people leaving the game. But Troy fought them and led many times. I think they led 12 times.
Led at halftime.
Yeah, and led 12 times, and they were tied 7 times, so that's how close the game was. Troy came back late in the game. They were down about 12 points, but they started hitting the threes and playing real good defense and got some turnovers, and they ended up, this is where it was right here, and of course this is a UAB team that is one of the top programs around. I mean, UAB is probably a stronger basketball program than Alabama is.
They are.
Really
but I'm going to tell you, Mike, I'm not a basketball guru, and I'm not a football guru, but I read a lot about sports, and I try my hardest to keep up with it. Let me tell you something, what I think. This is Neil Armstrong thinking. Scott Cross is the real deal.
Yeah, he really is.
Scott Cross he is going to win basketball games at Troy University.
Have you met him, Jason?
I have.
He probably driving one of your cars, didn't he?
No.
Let me tell you, the guy that hit the shot for them last night, it was 5 seconds left when he hit it. His name's McCarr. He's a foreigner. I can't pronounce it. Drained a three-pointer from the corner.
From the
corner. In the final seconds to give UAB a 76-75 victory over Troy. Good morning. You're on Today in L.A.
Hey, morning.
Mike Amos calling from Troy, Alabama this morning. Is that right?
Leaving Troy, Alabama. But
You're on the road?
I was home for a little while last Sunday.
But to tell you a little bit more about it, this guy's been shooting all night long, hadn't hit a basket all night long.
They finally hit one.
And he hit one at the wrong time. And, of course, it was a super game. And Troy now gets ready to play Chattanooga. That's going to be a good game next week. So let's go out and do the same thing we did last night. And that is fill that gymnasium and that arena. You've been in that arena.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't
Man,
it
that's
nice?
unbelievable.
Really is a beautiful place. Of course,
Mike, they couldn't have had that atmosphere and that feeling and that wouldn't have happened at Sartain.
Wow.
And I grew up in Sartain. I love Sartain.
I did too.
It hurt my feelings that they tore it down, but that we experienced last night couldn't have happened.
You're exactly right.
Couldn't have happened.
Well, Mike, of course.
UAB's coach said it's the best atmosphere he's ever seen as a head coach in college basketball.
Wow. And one of the reasons was they had the 350 to 400 person Troy University Sound of South band was there too. That was really something too to hear that band all night. That is quite a compliment, for him being in Birmingham and UAB. And my compliments go out to Brent, our AD. They've done a super job. Those two guys. They work so well together, and and they know how to do things. And last night was something we've never seen in Troy, Alabama. I guarantee you, it was awesome. It was awesome. I can't believe that you weren't there.
No, I couldn't make it last night.
All right.
What was amazing last night is how much Louisiana Lafayette struggled with Coastal Carolina. That real tough team to beat Troy the other day. They only beat Coastal Carolina at Coastal 48-7.
And we've got to play them in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I think.
down there.
Yeah, down there, and of course it wasn't even close. So that tells us where we are right now, doesn't it?
Yeesh.
But you know,
7-2.
well, I've got a good feeling about everything. Mike, you won last week with that 21-6 score, and we were right behind you with 20-7 score. And of course, the game that most everybody missed, believe it or not, was the Georgia. Mike, you took Florida, and who'd you take?
I took Georgia.
Yeah, you took Georgia. But there were a few games that were really turned the tail on most of the scores last week. But
I picked Baldwin County.
yeah, you picked Baldwin County. I'm sure Neil did
That's
too.
what hurt us right there. I took Charles Henderson.
Yeah, that's right. And
You need to print that out.
of course, we've got some big games this week because of the state playoffs, and congratulations to so many of the area teams that are in the playoffs. It's going to be quite a to make it to the playoffs is the first goal that every team has when they start the football season. And for the 6th consecutive year, Neil, Charles Henderson's in the state playoffs.
They are.
That's
an
not
accomplishment.
Bad. That's not bad. You're right.
Yeah.
And of course, especially with the region that they're in, and so congratulations to them. We're going to get started, but first we want to mention our good friends at Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass right here in Troy, and they'll beat anybody's deal, and I mean anybody's deal on a Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. I was behind I was behind a car at the red light the other day, and of course it said Premier, and it was black, just like mine. Black, white, silver. What do you sell the most of?
What color does everybody like?
What color does everybody like?
You know, silver is probably one of our more popular colors, and then to go black and white.
But isn't that amazing? And of course, you know the black trucks and all of them, with the chrome or without the chrome?
With the chrome.
Yeah, with the chrome.
Chrome is the deal now.
And that bullish look, that bull look, that strong, powerful look. You know what I mean?
Hey, it speaks bold, it speaks power.
I've always liked a dark blue
No question.
vehicle.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
I don't think anybody's up there right now.
That happens sometimes. We'll keep going then.
Big discounts, big selection, and really big deals. It's the big pre-owned sale. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pre-owned vehicles start at $29.95. Over 50 vehicles under $15,000. $29 down. And you can drive today or take advantage of payments starting at $99 a month. That's $29 down. And payments starting as low as $99. From Montgomery to Dothan. The best pre-owned deal are at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or online at PremierChrysler.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Piggly Wiggly's local butchers are on site at both stores and will help you select the best cuts of meat and trim them to your liking. Our USDA Choice beef is the most consistently tender, juicy, and flavorful beef you can buy, all at cost plus 10%.
Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
It's over.
We're live.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. And before we get started, let's say hello to the Auburn Tigers this morning. They're not playing today, but next week they'll be playing the Georgia Bulldogs.
That's right.
They'll take it easy and watch the LSU Alabama game on CBS at 2:30 Saturday afternoon.
Battery's getting weak.
But the Auburn Tigers are ready to roll when it comes to they can make a big noise with Georgia and Alabama the next two after that.
Somebody said last night they saw Joey Gatewood in the Waffle House in Troy.
Oh, don't start it. Don't start it. Don't start it.
Well, you know, that could be true now. That could be true. He wants to be able to play right now, too, doesn't he?
Yeah. They say he's visiting Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah, Kentucky would definitely be interested in that. I tell you, I thought Auburn.
Tennessee would be a good
Jason, you've been an Auburn guy for years. I mean, I was thinking they would give him a shot these next couple of weeks, but, you know, now he's out of here.
Yeah, listen, I don't know.
But I tell you what, the little quarterback you got is pretty darn good.
Listen, he's real good. I mean,
he really is.
Look,
He is a good quarterback. Everybody's giving him a hard time. He's just because Bo Nix is not the best freshman quarterback in the entire country, and he's not the best freshman quarterback anybody's ever seen. Hey, okay, he's a normal freshman.
Oh, yeah.
And he's really good. Let's let him grow.
yeah, that's right.
Leave him alone.
No
I mean,
question
think about the
it.
games that he's played in already.
Yeah.
And I tell you what,
I mean, beat Oregon.
Yeah, man.
And it's not anything, you know, a sign of maturity. I mean, he seems to be very mature for his age. You know, no question about it.
I saw a thing on Facebook that his statistics match up with Jake Fromm's from Georgia right now for this year.
Oh yeah. I
But,
can see that.
you know, there's two terrible losses in there, and that hurts him.
Will Matthews did real well. He was 5-2 actually. He lost the Troy game, but he won Buffalo, Central Michigan. He won Florida Atlantic. He won Arkansas State. He won Fresno State. He was 5-2. Pretty good outing for him.
Jim McElwain, the former Alabama assistant and Florida coach, has done pretty well at Central Michigan.
Yeah.
That's right. He sure.
Well,
is that where he coaches?
Yeah, he's head coach there.
Okay, I didn't know that.
PJ Fleck got him rolling up there, and no, he was at Western Michigan.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. My bad.
Well,
Central Michigan played in a bowl game against Troy
Yeah.
in the Mobile Bowl, and who was Central Michigan star or wide receiver that destroyed Troy and won the game for him?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. That's correct.
Antonio Brown was the star player in that game. You know, that's the game, though, we missed a field goal, if you remember.
Yeah.
Right in the last.
He ran a kickoff back against Troy, and he had two receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's what we get for kicking it to
He's
him.
just crazy. Excuse my language. He's crazy as Hades. I mean, anybody that turned down that kind of money that he turned down. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, let's get started. Jason, we're gonna let you go first. T.R. Miller of Bruton, Alabama, versus Pike County High School of Brundage, undefeated Pike County.
I'm going with Pike County.
I'm going with Pike County.
Go Bulldogs.
Neil, who do you like?
I got to go with Pike County. Good gracious, they are on a roll.
And the cameras will be there to bring you that action on Saturday morning, so we'll be looking forward to that. Thorsby at Goshen, a bunch of Peach guys. You know, y'all think y'all are the Peach state in Georgia, but hey, they broke quite a few of them in Chilton County.
Right.
Woo! Who do you like here, Neil?
Goshen at home. They come to find out their bad beatdown with Brantley last week. Their four stud players did not see the field. And look for Goshen to rebound. They'll handle Thorsby tonight.
I thought Coach Snyder handled that very well, the way he did it. And you know, on his coach's show, seen right here on Wednesday, he never said anything to it. So I walked up right at the end of the thing and said, "Hey, let's let everybody know this, Coach, that you play. It was five of them. I thought five players,
Maybe
main players that didn't play." And that had a lot to do with that game. Of course, not taking anything away from Brantley.
Not taking anything away from Brantley. No, they're really good.
Goshen now this would be a great game to go to tonight. Thorsby at Goshen.
Oh yeah.
I think Goshen will win big in this game.
I'm gonna take Goshen. Who do you like here, Jason?
Goshen.
Jason takes Goshen. And
Goshen.
How about you, Neil?
I took Goshen as well.
Okay, now let's take Chickasaw out of the Mobile area versus Arrington. Arrington is a team that started off 0-2 and won 8 straight. And I saw your buddy last night,
Chuck
Mike,
Dunn?
at Walmart. Yeah, Chuck Dunn.
Make it
Yeah,
nine.
I mean, it's amazing you got Chuck Dunn and Stephen Gilcrease coaching down at Arrington, two of the better coaches around.
Yep.
I'll take Arrington.
Me too. Make it 9 in a row. Purple
Yep.
Cats.
How
Purple
about you?
Cats.
Everybody takes the Purple Cats. Barrington, another place to go and eat real good, buddy. Really good food.
They do some fine cooking on Friday night.
That's
down
right.
there.
That's right.
That's the best. That's the
What is that?
best high school food
Yeah.
at a high school game you'll have
Yeah.
is down in Arrington.
And
I mean, they take pride
And
in
the
it.
other one is Goshen, and the
Yeah.
thing I like about Goshen is they don't try to gouge you, man. You
Yeah.
can buy a hamburger for $1
Oh,
or a
yeah.
hot dog for $1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody took Arrington. Charles Henderson at Faith Academy of Mobile. They got to go all the way back. They were at Baldwin County,
Yep.
Baymonette last week. Now they turn around and have to go back down there to Faith Academy, private school located in what I call in Mobile.
It is.
They're undefeated 10-0. Charles Henderson 4-5. Charles Henderson is probably the best 4-5 team in the state.
Maybe so. Well, let's say they're probably the most talented 4 and 5 teams in
exactly.
the state.
You've seen them all year long, and
All year.
of course the quarterback Pookie Jones can light it up, can he?
He can get hot.
Yeah.
He's streaky. He'll miss 2 or 3 in a row, wide open guys, and then all of a sudden he'll reel off 10 straight.
Now losing their real outstanding receiver has hurt them, hasn't it?
Yeah, the Caldwell kid
Yeah.
not being out there really hurt him. Yeah.
Okay, everybody gonna take Faith or?
I got to go with Faith.
Are you gonna
I'll
do
be
the
there
political
tonight.
thing?
I'll be there tonight cheering on my Trojans and filming the game and commentating the game. But 10-0 Faith and Charles Henderson going 3 hours down the interstate. I got to pick Faith.
I think Charles Henderson gonna play them tough, no
I do
question.
too. I do
Jason,
too.
who do you like here?
Yeah, I have to go with Faith on this one.
Okay, Fruitdale, the Fruits.
I think both. I mean, their program initially, for them to be 5A, they were initially, 1A, 2A? They just got so much bigger
Yeah.
as a school.
Yeah,
They do. Yeah.
Josh Donaldson, the Braves third baseman, played at Faith Academy.
He did.
yeah, they've always been good at baseball, no question. Okay, you like Faith then, is that right?
Yeah.
Fruitdale, the Fruitdale Fruits, is that their nickname?
I don't know.
Fruitdale at Brantley, and they got to go up against a young quarterback named Tucker Gilcrease.
I feel for it.
Buddy.
Is, the Pirates.
I feel sorry for the Fruits.
Okay, they're the Pirates. Okay, who do y'all like? You like Brantley? Everybody likes Brantley?
I like Titletown.
Titletown, Brantley, Alabama. And, okay, now, somebody told me that y'all have a big, like you meet with your crew around 7 o'clock in the morning, y'all have a big pep rally right there, y'all, similar to Walmart.
Me?
we have one every morning.
I'm being a little bit facetious, but you do have a fire up deal, don't you?
Oh yeah, every morning 9 o'clock.
Every morning at 9 o'clock, they get fired up, man, and get
Like a
ready to
staff
roll.
meeting.
It's ready to roll. Okay.
Invite Mike Amos out there one day to lead that.
Well, I had a great time yesterday. I went to went around voting on different displays, all over campus. And I went to the nursing school, and they had about 100 kids just lined up, just yelling with their hearts out. And they had a wonderful setup there, and they won without a doubt. But I was in my perfect setting. I had 100 girls just screaming, and I got in there and I said, "We are," they say, "Troy, we are Troy," and I had a ball. If I had to do it again, I'd been a mic man on a cheerleader group. I wouldn't be but it'd be fun. Okay, Marengo County travels all the way across state to play the Elba Tigers in Elba. I'll take Elba every day of the week.
Me too. I'm just not real familiar.
Marengo.
I'm not real familiar with Marengo, but I know when you come to Elba, you got a fight on your hands, and I'll take the Tigers.
Well, 2A is tough anyway, and I'll give you a little.
They're
hint.
1A.
Yeah, that's right. Elba's 1A. That's right. And Marengo is 6-4. They play over in West Alabama. They're 6-4. Okay, let's go quickly. Everybody took Elba, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's go quickly to Zion Chapel. They made the playoffs. Their record 6-4, thanks to one of the
Forfeit.
games, forfeit with Highland Home. But they've done a great job there playing at undefeated Reeltown, which is
Tough draw.
right outside. That's where Pat Dye lives, isn't it? Reeltown
Tough draw.
somewhere down there.
Tough draw.
Isn't that right, Jason? Does Pat Dye
That's right.
live in Reeltown?
His little Jap Maple Farm is in Reeltown, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody will take Reeltown here.
I went over there and bought one. I went over there and saw Coach Dye and bought me a Japanese maple from him.
Did you?
Yeah, I got it.
And he
planted in the
raises
house.
those, is that right? Okay. All right, Fayetteville, where in the world Fayetteville is?
North of Tuscaloosa.
Next to Farm Links. We talked about that in Silicaga.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, next to Farmland. Yeah, you're right. They're 6-4 against, now Luverne is 10-0 instead of 9-1.
That's right. That's right. I'll take Laverne all day long.
I'll
on this
take
one.
Luverne.
Fayetteville's north of Tuscaloosa.
No, Mike said that you said it's near Silicaga, but that's Fayette, Mike.
They'll think about Fayette.
That's right. You're right. I'm
Now,
sorry.
Fayette, Mike, it's north of Auburn. Fayette is.
Okay, yeah.
Fayetteville, he might be right.
No, Fayette is where all my wife's family lives.
Yeah, but this is Fayetteville.
Fayetteville is next to Farm Links. I've been to the hospital.
Okay.
Good. And there's a Fayette, which is in Chambers County.
Yeah. You know what?
Is that right?
It don't matter
Well,
where.
Lafayette. That's Lafayette.
It don't matter where they're coming from.
Yeah,
Take
that-
Laverne.
I'll take Luverne. Exactly. Let's take Luverne. All right, here we go. G.W. Long.
Does Luverne, like, I mean, if they end up winning the state championship, do they, like, invite Highland home to the celebration?
You don't get started.
How does this team work?
Don't get it started this morning.
It was over one player that said didn't even play that regularly.
No, he wasn't a huge contributor.
No, he sure wasn't. G.W. Long at Cottage Hill, and that's going to be a tough one. Cottage
Both of
Hill
them,
located
8-2.
in Mobile, formerly in the Alabama Independent Schools. G.W. Long, I love him, man, but it's going to be a tough one and a long drive in the school bus.
And that's the difference. That's the difference in the game to me. Is a long drive in a school bus.
You know, if this been Pike Liberal Arts, so all you do is just call Jason. Jason, will you bring us a Trailways bus over here to take the team?
They're taking the cheese bus.
Yeah, you call the guru and say, hey, we want a big bus.
The rebels are probably loading up the cheese bus this morning.
That'd be a good investment right there. Buy a big bus and take these groups and these kids everywhere.
I don't know about an investment, but it'd be good.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Louisiana Lafayette with a group of Troy folks until I saw that score last night, where they won 48 to 7 over a team that beat Troy last week, Coastal Carolina. Okay, all right. Who do y'all like here?
I'll take the Hill just because they're at home.
I'm going G.W. Long.
Boy, I'm gonna go with G.W. Long too.
I'm probably going to lose that one, but I'm
this
going
is
to score the
tough
home
though
team.
because Cottage Hill is right in the middle of Mobile and they play good football. What?
I'll take Cottage Hill.
So Michael takes Cottage Hill, and it was, I wrote it down wrong here. Okay, and I'm taking G.W. Long. Okay,
Christian plays nobody, so we're going to assume they win.
Yeah, they'll win tonight.
well,
Easy.
that's the reason we didn't mention them. They're playing a team 1-8, you know, in the independent schools. And,
Yeah, it'll be a scrimmage.
Exactly right. Okay, we'll move right along here and get it going with Missouri and Georgia. What happened to Missouri, the team that walloped Troy?
Who is Missouri? I mean,
I know it.
They lose to.
But you know what? Sometimes teams play up to their competition, and they're playing at Georgia. Somebody told me Missouri has played well against Georgia, but I don't think it matters, does it?
Well, I don't think it's going to matter. Isn't their quarterback out?
Is the Missouri quarterback out, Mike?
Now, Kelly Bryant's playing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He missed one game.
But it's Georgia. Everybody's going to take Georgia.
Ooh, Georgia Bulldogs.
How about you?
Now, Kelly Bryant had shown up the last 2 weeks. He got beat by Vandy, and then he got blown out by Kentucky.
I know it. It really surprises me. I'm taking Georgia Bulldogs. Everybody got Georgia?
Georgia.
Yep.
Yeah, Georgia's toughest game to finish out is definitely going to be Auburn.
Yeah. No doubt.
No question about it. let's take Clemson at North Carolina State. I just threw that in there because somebody. This is one of those Jerry Clower games. Just shoot in here because one of them got to have
needs some relief.
You reckon?
I'll take Clemson.
You reckon Clemson will play a little inspired after being left out of the top 4 on the first set of rankings?
And they're just sitting back. They're not playing anybody. Don't have to play anybody. Here it is. Alabama's got to play. LSU got to play. Auburn and got to play the conference champion. That's who they'd have to play to get in there. So it's really not. Doesn't sound like it's fair.
Who does it look like Clemson's going to play in the ACC championship game? I'm not even keeping up with the other side. Since Florida State's so bad,
I would think Wake Forest probably. You know, but they're going to get beat this week, in my opinion.
No, I took Wake Forest.
You are taking Wake Forest. Yeah, you've probably seen something. It's a yuppie place. I can understand it. Speaking of yuppie, look at here, what we got over here.
Yeti cooler.
Tell us about these coolers.
Man,
Jason.
that's the best cooler on the market.
And I tell you, look at that thing. Everybody wants a Yeti cooler. And
you got your question in your head?
We've got questions in our head, and we're going to, in our show, sometimes within the next hour, we'll give away a Yeti cooler, a Yeti cooler, compliments of Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks. And how many of these things do you order every week? I mean, now every time you sell a truck or a car, you give that person a Yeti cooler.
That's right. We order about 80 to 90 a month.
80 to 90 a month. Are you and the guy that owns that place good friends?
Oh yeah.
Yeti coolers. Yeti coolers.
I'm gonna tell you, that's an incredible marketing promotion. That was a great idea.
It really is. And you know, my wife, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just tell you, I bought the Jeep Cherokee from Jason, and I come home and I said, look, and I've got something else I want to show you. So I pick up the Yeti cooler, and it's the beige one. She said, do you think I might could get one of those blue ones, those real pretty blue? So I pulled back and pulled back in there, and I said, do you have a blue cooler? And it is popular. It's a turquoise cooler, and it's really pretty. But everybody wants one of those things. I reckon all these yuppies around here want it. Is that right? Michael wants one bad. He would want to know how he can win one. Okay.
Well, hey, Mike Jr., get on the Sports Chat with Neil and Wally and make some picks, and you might win one on there.
And I've got in my mind.
What night is your show? I mean, it's on Sunday night, but what time does it start?
6 o'clock. Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. 6 o'clock Sunday nights.
Do they do that live? Do y'all do that live?
I'm sorry, Mike.
Did Mitchell get on from Kansas State when y'all when they upset Oklahoma?
We did.
Boy, that was great. That was great. Okay, let's get going. Kansas State at Texas. Kansas State is red hot. Texas needs a win here. You would think that Texas would win here. Who do you like, Mike?
Well, Matthew McConaughey can't play, so I'm going to take Kansas State.
Is he a Texas guy, Matthew?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, who do you like here? Mike takes Texas. I mean, do you take Texas or Kansas State?
He took Kansas State.
All right, Kansas State.
I'll take the Longhorns. They're playing in Austin. Kansas State's kind of been up and down, and I know that Mr. Mitchell's going to be upset with me, but I've been picking Kansas State all year, sentimental picks. But I like Texas in this one, playing in Austin.
Everybody tells me about how good this Kansas State quarterback is.
Yeah.
He really makes a difference here. You know, nobody gives him a chance but me. I'm going to take Kansas State. How do you like, what do you think, Jay?
I'm going with Longhorns on this one.
Okay, Jason Gregory goes with the Longhorns of Texas.
Hook 'em horns.
So looks like, ladies and gentlemen, if you take mine, you win. Okay. Florida State at Boston College. Somebody shoot in here. These Florida State guys are running for everything. Let me ask you this. the happiest guy in the world, got to be Florida State's coach.
Willie Taggart.
I mean, he walks out with $20 million.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that right?
Happy as could be.
He's going to be as rich as Jason Gregory, ladies and gentlemen, and never have to coach football again the rest of his
He
life.
can retire right now.
Somebody said, where is he going to coach again? He'd be crazy to want to.
He's gonna be on there. He's gonna be on SEC Network.
He
With,
could buy the SEC Network.
You're right.
Isn't that unreal?
That's incredible.
But Boston College gonna beat the devil out of them as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
I'm gonna take Boston College.
That's who I picked.
I'll tell you, Boston College.
I got Boston
I
College.
take everybody takes Boston College. And
Florida State's got more talent, but I just don't think they're going to show up.
Yeah, but they don't play.
I hate it for Florida State because they were proud. In 2013, they won the national championship.
I know because I was at that game.
Were you really?
Did you guys see overnight the story that went across the internet on all the social media outlets that Deion Sanders' name is now?
Oh no!
Yeah, did you see that?
I was like, oh my gosh.
He's a great guy, great player, but he's not a coach.
He has no experience. None.
Oh, that'd
He's been
be
coaching
great.
a high school team.
Hey, now if he had $20 million, he could say, "Look, man, I can give you your money back." You know.
Well, that was going around the social media realms when I woke up this morning.
Tennessee at Kentucky.
He'd be able to recruit.
Yeah, that's true.
Mike, Tennessee at Kentucky. Is this Tennessee team for real? We'll find out Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jeremy Pruitt's going to a bowl game. I'm taking Tennessee.
I'm going to take Tennessee. I like him because his girlfriend or his wife is from right out here at Banks, Alabama. Next time you have a party, let's invite him.
All right.
Let me be on your list to pick folks to come.
You were supposed to come anyway.
I know it. Go ahead,
I
Dale.
take Tennessee.
All right, Jason takes Tennessee, the Tennessee Vols. Oh, Rocky Top.
I'll take Kentucky just because they're playing in Knoxville. I'm a home team guy now. I like to take the home teams. Tennessee is on a roll, and they are looking to sneak across that bowl eligibility line. But Kentucky has found a little something in the Wildcat formation with that wide receiver that they moved to quarterback, and I think they're playing inspired in Knoxville. I mean, in Kentucky this weekend, and at Lexington, and I'll take Kentucky and Lexington.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
That game right there is going to put me the winner on the sheet.
That's it. Sure.
I'm
well
not so
could.
sure
Mike,
about that one.
and Mike takes Tennessee, and I take Tennessee. UAB at Southern Miss, and this is a tough one right here now. UAB we thought was a little bit better than they were. Tennessee embarrassed them pretty much, 31-7 or 30-7. Who do you like here, Neil?
I like UAB to bounce back. I know I've been going with all the home teams, but I don't think UAB is as bad as they showed. They were playing against SEC talent up in Knoxville against Tennessee, and I like UAB to go on the road right here and bounce right back and beat a Southern Miss team that looked equal to Troy 4 or 5 weeks ago. So I'll take the Blazers.
Okay, he takes the Blazers. Who do you like, Jason?
Southern Miss.
That's who I take.
Well, me and Jason was back and forth. We
I'm gonna take
ain't got the
Southern
same
Miss.
game yet.
I'm gonna take Southern Miss. Well, Mike, who do you like first?
I'll take Brett Favre.
He's gonna take Southern Miss.
The Golden Eagles.
And but this one's a tough one, no question. I'll take Southern Miss.
Who's favored in this game, Mike?
Southern Miss 5-point favorite.
Yeah, figures.
Okay, all right, here we go. This is Iowa State at Oklahoma. Oklahoma should be mad because they got beat a couple of weeks ago.
Got embarrassed.
Iowa State is a good football team, but I think Oklahoma's going to beat them by 2 touchdowns. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I like Oklahoma to bounce back. They're going to have to blow out everybody the rest of the season. And hopefully they'll get a chance to get into the playoffs, but I don't see it happening now.
I don't either. Even though they're playing this one in Norman, they'll beat Iowa State, but they're going to miss the playoffs due to that. They stumped their toe right in the middle of the season.
Who do you like here, Jason?
Oklahoma.
All right, everybody likes Oklahoma. Is that right? Okay, one more before we go on break. Western Kentucky at Arkansas. You're right. Just shoot in here. Arkansas got to win one. I say they will. I'm going to say Arkansas will beat Western Kentucky.
I'm going to take Arkansas, too, for the same reason I took Tennessee on UAB last weekend. You're just looking at SEC talent versus a lower-level conference, and American Conference or whatever they're playing in. And I'll take the Razorbacks here. They are an SEC team, and they're playing at home, and they should not lose to Western Kentucky, so I'll take them.
Now, somebody told me Jerry Johnson's grandson is going to be starting quarterback.
I read that, too.
Did you hear that, Mike? Is that true?
Jerry Jones' grandson, Stephen Jones.
And he is going to start at quarterback.
I'm going to take Western Kentucky. I mean, San Jose State won at Arkansas, and Arkansas is just done. They're going to have to get a new coach.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Big discounts, big selection, and really big deals. It's the big pre-owned sale. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pre-owned vehicles start at $29.95. Over 50 vehicles under $15,000. $29 down. And you can drive today or take advantage of payments starting at $99 a month. That's $29 down. And payments starting as low as $99. From Montgomery to Dothan. The best pre-owned deal are at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or online at PremierChrysler.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Piggly Wiggly's local butchers are on site at both stores and will help you select the best cuts of meat and trim them to your liking. Our USDA Choice beef is the most consistently tender, juicy, and flavorful beef you can buy, all at cost plus 10%.
Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen. We want to mention our good friends over at Troy University as they prepare for homecoming. And, of course, at one time they were trying to move, some people wanted to move the parade on campus, but that is not so. It will be live from downtown Troy at 10 o'clock start on Saturday morning. And Neil, I know you probably have some responsibility. Do you have to drive anything or cheerleaders?
No, I got both my daughters are in the parade, so I'm not having to drive anything this time.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter will be with her sorority, the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And my youngest daughter will be with her dance group. So I got two in it, so I'm not having to drive anything.
And that's been going on for years, hasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Of course, since 1954, this parade has been in downtown Troy, and it will continue to be from downtown Troy.
Are y'all going to film it then?
Yes, we're going to film it live from downtown Troy. It'll come on air about 9:45.
Rebecca used to do it, will you?
Yeah, in fact, I might get on, see if she's going to come down. She's been to Europe. She's been to South America. She's been traveling so much. I think she probably wants to stay at home, but she's good at it, no question about it.
You're going to have to get home and babysit your grandkids all morning.
You're right. You're right. Okay, we're going to now move on. Everybody took Arkansas.
No.
Who took
Jason changed his pick.
Jason
I went Western Kentucky.
He's going with the Hill Toppers.
Michael went Western Kentucky.
Michael, did you go Western Kentucky?
He did.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas, I think's done. I was in Tulsa this past weekend, talked to a lot of Arkansas fans, and they said that he's not one and done, but two and done.
Two and done.
Hill Toppers. I'll stay with Arkansas.
Okay, Baylor at TCU. Undefeated Baylor is not undefeated anymore. They're going into the wrong place. TCU, those purple people eaters, will eat them up. I'm going to take TCU to upset Baylor.
That's the Horned Frog signal.
And don't you know the NCAA committee would just love it, because they don't know what to do with Baylor,
They don't. And but I think they sneak by the Horned Frogs. They're playing too good, and they're having a lucky season. The ball's bouncing their way.
Yeah.
I take Baylor.
And of course, all right, everybody took Baylor except for me.
I think so.
Okay, Minnesota. This is a biggie, ladies and gentlemen. The University of Minnesota, undefeated, playing. This game's been played in Minnesota, though, hasn't it? Where's this game been played?
It's in Minnesota.
All right, we got that. We've got that turned around here. I'm sorry. We put the home team of Minnesota against Penn State, undefeated. I've got a feeling here. I've got a real good feeling. I'm taking Minnesota to upset Penn State. They're big and they're strong, and they've got great receivers. They got a great coach. Who do you like?
Penn State.
Let's see what
Penn State. We are Penn State.
The Nittany Lions.
Let's see what the line is on that game. Just curious.
I like Penn State's defense. The line.
Yeah, Paterno is dead now. You know that, don't you, Jason?
Yeah.
He's dead. I can take you to his gravesite.
Six
That's all
and a
right.
half. 6.5.
That's all right.
Penn State's a touchdown favorite.
Okay. All right, Mike, who do you like?
I like the Nittany Lions. While we're waiting on Mike, I like the Nittany Lions. Even though they're going on the road to Minnesota, this is the biggest game P.J. Fleck has ever coached. And he'll do well, but he learns a few lessons this weekend. Penn State wins the game.
Okay, Mike, who do you like?
I like Penn State.
Yeah. Did you like the TCU or Baylor?
Baylor.
Okay. Okay. So Mike likes another one that likes Penn State. So I'm taking. Am I the only one that took Minnesota?
I think so.
All right, man. I'll take it. I'll take it right there with that big circle right there. Okay, Iowa at Wisconsin. Pretty good games this week. This is pretty good. Who do you like here, Jason?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Will you gonna take Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Well, I think both of you are wrong. I'm taking Iowa. Iowa. Taking Iowa. Who do you like, Mike? The Hawkeyes or the
Badgers.
I'll take Wisconsin.
Badgers? All right, he takes Wisconsin.
If you're up there, it's the Badgers.
This is a big one, and of course it was not quite as big as it was until Appalachian State was upset by Troy's opponent this week, Georgia Southern. App State at South Carolina. I'm gonna go right back to where I went before. I'm gonna take App State to upset them.
Nah.
All right, go ahead.
South Carolina Gamecocks.
All right, who do you like?
SEC talent.
South Carolina.
I'll take the Gamecocks.
South Carolina's got to try to get to a bowl too, so it's a huge game. So I'm going to take South Carolina.
All right, Mike takes South Carolina. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Here's the question.
All right. Winnie
Mike, gonna
Yeti
get
right
help
here.
you out
Pay
a little
attention.
bit. Back in 19, oh boy, let's see, probably the late 70s, Auburn had a backfield tandem. There were three of them that were three of the best running backs in the country on the same team. I want the person that calls in, the first person that calls in, we're going to give you the opportunity to name them. And if you name them, you'll win a Yeti cooler, compliments of Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks on the bypass.
They played under Doug Barfield.
Doug Barfield, they played under Doug Barfield. And of course, one of them, Brooks, played later on with.
No, you can't say that.
Oh gosh. All right, I messed up there, but we'll see how it works.
That's
All right, you're on the line. Is that right?
No, that's Mike.
Nobody's called in
Nobody's
yet. We're
called
waiting
in
for somebody to call in.
We're looking
right
for
now.
three running backs from Auburn in the 70s that played together.
That played together on the same team. You weren't born then, were you?
No.
I was born in '70, but I was a little before my.
But you know what? I think people are going to need some help. I don't know how many people are going to be able to answer this thing. So if I might have let one of them go. I'm sorry. All right, but we're waiting for the phone and nobody's rung it yet. So right now, there's a lot of people out there that do not know the answer. So that's why they're not answering evidently. And I did give them.
You're not giving them years or anything.
No, we're not giving them years. And these were three of the best running backs probably in the history of Auburn football on the same team. And, they all went on and were outstanding pro players. and one of them actually became a better pro runner than he was a college runner, but he was a great college runner too. All right, we're waiting for him to ring, so we'll just wait for
Again, we're looking for
phone caller.
3 running backs that played at Auburn at the same time in the late 70s. It was a 3-headed monster for Auburn's running attack in the late 70s. All 3 went on to play in the NFL.
And I still don't think they could beat Alabama even back then, as good as they were. But that's a pretty tough question. It would be, but it does win a Yeti cooler. And now, when you if you do win, and I've checked with your guys out there the other day.
Come on, Danny Lee, where you
Jason, Danny Lee. He probably knows it, no question. But you present yourself as the winner, and here's something right here. Oh yeah, he's wanting to win that Yeti cooler. I'm sorry, but hey, listen, you're part of the establishment here.
I just got a text from Crow's Chicken. Blake Crow knows that.
Did he? Okay. Well, I'm sorry. If Blake Crow calls in, he could win it, though. You know.
Yeah, he's watching the show from his tower in Birmingham.
Oh, is he? Well, you know what? If he calls in, he's got as much chance to win it anyway. You didn't tell him the answer, did you?
He knew it.
Oh, he knew it already. All right, okay. All right, can somebody call in? Let's get this thing over with. But what I'm saying is present yourself at the entrance of the dealership there, Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks, and tell them that you won, and you pick out the color you want.
That's
Is
right.
that right?
That's right.
And it is a wonderful, wonderful cooler. And look how strong I am, because this thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. And what makes these things so special?
Man, it keeps ice in there for
I
days.
mean, but if this thing was full of ice, I couldn't even hold it.
That's right.
And did they float? I was going to ask that.
I don't think so.
I believe it
I know
goes
it's
straight to the
bear-proof.
ground.
I know it's bear proof.
Yeah, a bear proof. But now another thing too, how long would it hold ice? That's what's important.
I know of several days. So.
All right. And Neil, you're not giving out the answer over there.
No.
Okay. Evidently, we don't have anybody that can call in with the answer, but we'll wait on it. All right, let's go. Let's move on, and we'll go without a commercial until we get this one answered. All right.
Should we rephrase the question?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. Well, I'll tell you right now.
Because I'm thinking maybe people.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do. I made a mistake and mentioned one of them's name, Brooks. Now all you got to do is answer the 2 other running backs on that team, and of course played for Doug Barfield, a good friend of mine, great guy. Did you ever know him?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, great guy. And that was a great Auburn team too. But I've given you the first of 3. So right now all you got to do is come up with 2. And win the Yeti Cooler, compliments of our good friend Jason Gregory and the Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
670-0052.
That's right, great place. Do y'all get a lot of internet? There we go. Here we go right here. Good morning. You're on Today in L.A. How you doing? Do you have an answer? Hello.
Hey, this is Stephen Curtis.
Stephen Curtis.
Judge
Judge Curtis, do you have an answer?
I do. It's going to be James Brooks, Joe Chris, and William Andrews.
You're exactly right, my friend. Probably the top 3 tandem in maybe the history of college football.
That's
I
right.
mean, those 3 were great players, all 3 of them. One was from Sullivan, Alabama.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, where Krebs was from
That's
Sullivan.
right. You're right.
Little bitty town. The home of Paul Ott, Crow Roof. But congratulations on this, and go out to the dealership today and tell them you won the award, and write your name on a piece of paper, and
Judge Stephen Curtis.
and you'll get your choice, Stephen. And congratulations. Of course, Stephen is our new judge. Are you having a good time?
Yes, sir. It's been a good change for me. I've been really enjoying the opportunity to serve the people, so it's been good.
Well, I tell you what, you'll do a great job, no question about it. And congratulations on this cooler. You know, I don't know how much they retail for, but they're pretty
$300.
About $300. This cooler's worth about $300. Hey, look, Jay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come by your tailgate area tomorrow and get a cold drink out of it.
Come on back.
We'll see you later here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank y'all.
Stephen Curtis wins that, and Mike, we've got you back. Is that right? Hello, we got you back. Stephen Curtis wins the Yeti Cooler, and we appreciate him.
Former guest host every Tuesday on the show.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, he was on the show a few times, wasn't he?
Some people say you won him the election.
Wait a minute, Mike, we can't hear you.
I said some people said you won him the election.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I did. He won the election, no question. Okay, let's go. Let's keep moving. Everybody took South Carolina but me. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now the Vanderbilt Commodores play at Florida. Who do you like here, Mike?
I like Florida.
Okay, everybody else likes Florida?
Yep.
Yeah. Gators chomping down in Gainesville.
Of
course, the Vandy coach.
But
Vandy coach stuck his foot in his mouth.
I think that hurt him.
It did. It did.
I think that hurt him because it was lack of class, the way he presented himself.
It was. He should have known better.
Yeah, and of course, he was a great coach when he was at Stanford, and playing defense out there, Okay.
I think he's a good football coach, but
Yeah.
that PR move that hurt him.
Yeah. It is a political thing. Florida, all right, everybody took Florida. Here's a goodie. Virginia Tech is playing host to Wake Forest. And Wake Forest has one loss.
What is a Hokie?
A Hokie is an Indian.
I thought it was an overgrown turkey.
It could be. But they used to be the turkey.
I don't know what it is.
They used to be the Gobblers. I thought that was a good nickname, the Gobblers. But they,
the Gobblers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, couldn't you listen? All those things they have on these scoreboards, couldn't you hear that big gobbler? Something like that. And by the way, we're going to be giving away turkeys for Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks, so that'd be fun. Jason Gregory, how many turkeys you going to give?
Now you're giving away turkeys.
That's right.
You're going to put a turkey
by the way,
in the Yeti.
Let's give away some premier turkeys next couple of weeks. Okay, I'm going to take Virginia Tech at home.
I'm going to take the Hokies as well.
I'm taking Wake Forest.
He likes Wake.
Wake's probably. This is my upset. I like Virginia Tech.
Mike, who do you like? Hello?
He's not listening.
We might have lost him. Okay, all right.
I like Wake.
You like Wake? All right, okay, you like Wake.
Are you trying to sell some wine?
No, he's going to a funeral.
I'm driving
Okay.
Okay, all right, everybody two of them took Wake, and Neil and I took Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech is tough at home.
Trust me, you don't sell wine at this time in the morning.
No, I got you.
And guess where his territory. Tell him where your territory is, Mike.
30A, Sandestin, Destin, Fort Walton Beach.
You reckon there's any
God-
wine?
God bless you.
Do you think there are any wine drinkers in that area? Oh, God.
Just a few.
That's the next thing to California.
Just a few.
They don't grow their own wine, do
Yeah.
they? Oh, boy. Okay, Georgia Tech at Virginia. Georgia Tech, what happened? Man, oh, man.
Well, they had a change in coaches, and they still got those wishbone players. And that coach is doing what he can with the talent that's on the roster. Give him a year or two. But I like the Cavaliers here at home.
By the way, I took Virginia Tech. I just wanted y'all to know that. I'll take Virginia. Virginia came through for me last week, and they've got a quarterback. Is it a quarterback that's really good, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, he's been,
He ran 70, 80 yards for a touchdown to beat Miami.
I'll take Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I take Virginia.
Okay.
The
all right.
lawyers.
All right, okay.
The yuppie lawyers.
That's right. That's right. Louisville at Miami, and of course Miami's playing pretty good right now. Louisville can score. Jason, who do you like here?
I'm going with Miami.
Coffee. Laid back TV at its very best.
I think Jason Satterfield's doing
You took Miami.
Yes, sir.
I like Satterfield at Louisville. They're really scoring some points. I think Miami thinks they're going to win this game with snoozer, but they're not. I'll take the upset here. I like Louisville.
Okay, and of course Louisville.
Give me the U.
Oh,
Yeah,
let me look at that.
Yeah, because they're playing at home. This is going to be a heck of a game. It'll be a bunch of points scored here. I'm going to take Miami too.
Miami in the ACC.
But
Miami's a touchdown favorite, so maybe I'm messing up. But I like the Cardinals.
You know, that was a good question you asked just a while ago, Neil. Who will represent the other end of that conference?
It's going to be Wake, I guess.
And Virginia Tech's not in that conference, are they?
Yes, sir.
They are?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Could be Virginia Tech.
Well, it's two different divisions.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Who
we're
do you
trying to
think
figure out.
all right,
We're trying to figure out who's going to play Clemson in the
who's
ACC
gonna play
championship
Clemson?
game.
I don't know.
It is.
That's
It
what
is
we were
crazy.
thinking too. We just can't figure it out.
All right, here's the goodie right here.
I'm gonna look it up.
Texas Tech at West Virginia, and of course, Coach Brown, his team played very well last week in a losing effort. But and Texas Tech is a place where he used to coach, and the head coach of that team was your old buddy Mike,
Somerville.
who's come on being on our show pretty soon. And you know Tommy Tuberville pretty well, don't you?
I met him a few
You maybe
times.
need to come on whenever we bring him on the show.
All right, here it is. You ready, guys? This is the ACC. Pitt.
Yeah, they're playing good.
Pitt is 6-2 in the conference on the coastal side, and Clemson is 8-0 on the Atlantic side. So it's gonna be Pitt. They're gonna be playing.
But now, who did Pitt play though the rest of the season?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I mean, you know,
Pitt. This guy,
can anybody beat Pitt?
let's see. Looks like they got.
Miami just beat Pitt.
Looks like they got Miami. Miami beat them. They got Clemson and Stanford left.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
So they play. Yeah, okay.
Oh God, that's 18.
I could see them beat
Don't
Stanford
tell me
beating them.
That's 18. Never mind. Forget it. That's 18.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving along right now. We've got Texas Tech and West Virginia. Jason, who you like here?
I'm going with Neil, West Virginia.
Okay. Is Neil driving one of your cars up at West Virginia?
No.
I stand corrected on the ACC. It's Virginia at 4-2. I had clicked on 2018 by accident.
Okay.
Virginia is who they're looking at playing.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, Mike, who do you like here, Texas Tech or West Virginia?
I think this is a game that Neil's going to have. He wants to try to get to the bowl, so I like West Virginia.
I like the Mountaineers as well. I think this is where Neil Brown starts putting his signature on the program here late in the season. And he's going to have one or two signature wins here real late. I'll take West Virginia.
You know, I look at this game a little different. Firepower. Texas Tech's got a lot more firepower than West Virginia, at least they have in the past. I think it's going to be I think they're going to outscore West Virginia. Of course, that's how you win a game, isn't it?
That's it.
So I'm the only one that takes Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Stanford at Colorado. And of course, you don't think they allow them to smoke grass in the stadium, though, do you?
Yeah, they probably do.
You know, it's legalized marijuana state, isn't that
Recreational,
right?
yeah.
Surely they wouldn't let them smoke grass.
I don't think so. Not in the stadium.
Or outside the stadium.
Well, I don't, I think you got to be in certain places to smoke it.
If you were walking down the street, could you tell the difference? Could you tell that if somebody was smoking grass?
Yeah, well, they all got smiles on their faces.
Of course, now, you're a law enforcement. He's a law enforcement. All of them got smiles on their face. And he's a judge. He's a law enforcement officer.
Yeah.
Do tell them what you do for a living.
I run the court system for the city of Troy.
That's right.
All the cases.
So whoever's going to go to court, you're the one that sets it
I
up.
have to set it up. Yeah, all the cases that the patrolmen make in the city of Troy, I have to make sure they're legal and arrested correctly, and that the officers follow the protocol.
Yeah. And the jail, you're located right next to the jail. Do you have
Yes,
anything
sir.
to do with it?
I decide who goes in and who goes out.
Oh boy. Now,
The gatekeeper.
I would like to say this, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be funny, but at one time I was a fraternity advisor. I'm not going to say which fraternity it was, but they used to, on Thursday night was the worst night in the world because that's a party night for the university and all these kids and everything. They're getting ready for the weekend. And a lot of times they are arrested for underage drinking or maybe disorderly conduct, you know, and they're put in jail downtown at the jail, and they're put in jail. And back then,
they call you.
They could call me, and I could go down there and say and sign the papers and get them out.
Bond them out.
And my wife used to get so upset with that. We'd be sound asleep, and that phone would ring, and then that phone would ring, and these old kids getting put in jail, and I had to go down there and try to get them out. But they changed the law or the rule. Now they got to stay all night long. Is that right?
If they got alcohol in their system, they make sure they're sober.
And ladies and gentlemen, it made it so much easier for me, you know, to go down there in the morning.
Don't comment till the morning.
Exactly. But that's the way it used to be, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
You might have been one of the guys that had
No, not Neil. Not Neil.
But, you know, it's an experience. Do y'all have, how many jail rooms do you have?
Well, we got 6 jail rooms, which we can hold about 18. And then we got a bullpen, a big old bullpen.
All right, that's what I was wondering. If they put them in the bullpens with some real bad guys, they might get a lesson out of life. You think?
Well, that's where the shower is, and when they can do their push-ups and sit-ups.
Like on homecoming weekend, I hate to say that, but you know there's a lot of partying going on.
Sometimes it gets overloaded and have to put a mat on the floor in the bullpen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Do they let them have? They have a toilet in there. Thank goodness. Okay, good. All right, Stanford at Colorado. I'm gonna take Stanford. I think
Stanford wins the game too. I think Colorado is really reeling this year. They've been good the last couple of years, but not this year.
Who do you like, Mike? Hello. He might have got out of our range. Are you on?
No, I hear you.
All right, who do you like in the Stanford-Colorado game?
I'm trying to order a Hardee's biscuit. I'll take Stanford.
All right, I'm going to take Stanford. Everybody take Stanford?
No, I took Colorado.
That's not
he took the Buffs at home.
All right,
they'll run that big old Buffalo around that stadium.
Yeah, I know it. Illinois, and they won't let Troy have a Trojan horse out there. Yeah, I always wanted that. Buy a Trojan horse and put him out of your farm. Okay, Illinois at Michigan State. This is Michigan State, the green against the orange and blue of Illinois. Who do y'all like here?
Michigan State.
Michigan State at home. I'm gonna take them. Mike, who do you like?
Michigan State.
All right, Neil, who do you like here?
I'm going to take Illinois. This is one of my little upsets. I just think Michigan State just having a crazy year. And this is my upset special. I like Illini.
Okay, moving right along, Arizona State at Southern Cal. Now, there's no question Southern Cal guy's probably going to lose his job anyway. Is that right?
Looking like it.
That's what they're saying.
So I don't know if it matters. I'm going to take Southern Cal at home. Who do y'all like?
I'm taking Southern Cal.
I like Southern Cal at home myself.
Okay, who do you like, Mike?
I'm going to take Arizona State because it's at Arizona State.
Oh, well, you
whoa. I'm changing my pick. Scratch.
Mike, are you sure? See, this is where I go by right here.
I'll take Herm Edwards at home.
Well, let's see here.
I can't look it up on my phone, but if you want to look it up on your phone, I think
I'm looking at it right here. This is the Southern Cal game. Is that right? No, wait a minute. No, this is the...
It's at Arizona State.
At Arizona State.
And Arizona State is favored by Vegas because of the home field.
Arizona State.
we got it then. It's Arizona State home.
Yeah, it's
Well,
Arizona.
I'm looking at this thing and I don't see it.
I just looked up on my phone.
All right, gosh. See that? See, all right, that's capital letters. Capital letters, look. And then, well, that's capital letters too. That, you know, that's where I go by this thing. All right, so that is important. And makes me want to maybe change mine around too, but I'm going to stay with them. I'm going to stay with I'm going to stay with Southern Cal. Mike, you've got Arizona State. All right, you other guys, y'all went
Arizona State.
Arizona State. I like the home team.
Okay. Georgia Southern at Troy, and this is homecoming at Troy. Big day, and it should be a great football game. Georgia Southern is coming off of a big win over Appalachian State. They're what's their record now, Mike?
Let me look it up real quick.
Mike's looking at
What'd you say?
the Georgia Southern record. What is their record right now?
They're 5-4. They've won 4 in a row.
All right, they won 4 in a row. They're 5-4, and they've got their guy, their quarterback, back, and he's one of the best in the country, especially running the option. And I'm gonna take Troy though. I like the way Troy lines up against them. They're one-dimensional. They threw the ball only one time, Neil, last week.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can do that to Troy. I believe Troy's going to outscore them on this thing. But hopefully they can keep the ball away from Georgia Southern though, because they're going to try to keep it away from them. Who do you like here, Jason?
Troy.
All right, Jason quickly says Troy. How about you, Neil?
Well, Troy was stopping the run first 4 or 5 games, but the last 2 games we have really been gashed on the ground. Well, guess who keeps it on the ground?
Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern runs the opposite attack, and they keep it on the ground. And we have really been hurt on the ground against Coastal Carolina and the team before. And I'm taking the Eagles. I'm sorry. I'm pulling for Troy. I want Troy to win. Troy's my heart.
You're going to be over there on that sideline. You probably can't. You reckon?
Yeah, I'll be on the sideline. I'm picking Georgia Southern.
Okay.
I want the steak.
And
I like I think Georgia Southern will win a close one.
okay, Mike.
Georgia Southern is a road favorite in Vegas.
Okay. I would, of course.
Chip Lindsey needs a big win, though. This could be a big win for him.
Let me tell you this: Troy scoring first means a lot in this game.
Maybe we win.
You got to make Georgia Southern have to catch up, because then the lack of their passing attack really shows up.
You're right.
But what they do, they run it with so well their play action has people wide open, too.
Hey, and one other thing is, hey, get to the stands early, because we sponsor the opening kickoff.
Yeah, that's right.
If Troy receives the ball first, and they run it back, someone's going to win a new car.
Somebody's going to win a brand new car.
And I'm predicting it's homecoming. It's homecoming.
Right.
We're going to run one back.
And if the sideline staff needs to be included, I need to be able to win.
Does it have to be Troy?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Troy runs one back on the opening drive.
The reason I said that was the same thing goes for the second half too, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, it depends on if Troy receives the ball.
That's right.
If they defer and they get the ball in the second half.
Yeah.
If Troy runs it back on the opening kickoff.
Of the first quarter or the third quarter.
That's right.
All right.
And I'm predicting Troy's going to run one back.
And of course, it's a 2:30 kickoff. Same kickoff for the LSU Alabama game. I want to see how many true Trojans we got out there that's going to come see Troy at homecoming. It should be a great homecoming. A lot of folks coming back. Every hotel and motel within 100 miles radius of Troy is pretty much packed. With people coming to games. Troy needs more hotel space.
Yeah.
We bring in all these big tournaments, and we have all these big games. We need to fill it up. And like last night, that basketball game filled up every motel in town.
That's great, isn't it?
Which was really good. Okay, but we're helping out Greenville, and helping out Ozark, and helping out Montgomery a little bit too. Yeah, you're right, Enterprise. LSU and Alabama. Hey, here we go.
Just shoot up in here.
Here we go, and let's see. Let's hotwire this.
Just shoot up in
Alabama. Big Al and all the trimmings as the LSU Bengal Tigers come to Tuscaloosa for the big one against Alabama. LSU and Alabama, 2 undefeated teams, ranked first and second in the country. Alabama had won how many straight, Mike? 8? I want to say they've won 8 straight.
8 in a row.
But that does not matter. This is a new LSU with a great quarterback. And, Jason, I'm going to let you have it first. What do you think, brother?
Listen, I think it's going to be a tight game, but I think LSU's going to slip out.
I know you don't want either one of them to win.
No. But, I think LSU wins 42-35.
Whoa, 42-35. All right, Neil, this is you, friend. This is you.
I've been harping on it the whole show. The ball game's being played in Tuscaloosa, and I think that makes all the difference in this game. I think Alabama does not lose at home. I like 35-24 Alabama.
35-24. All right, 35-24, that's over. All right, you were over too, is that right?
I was over, he's under.
I'm under.
Wait a minute, 35...
59.
Oh, okay, I didn't add that up properly.
35-24.
You said 34 to...
35-24.
35-24. All right, Mike, who do you like?
Well, I mentioned all week that I think there's going to be a shootout. I think Tua's going to probably be about 85-90%. And I think Alabama's going to win 45-35. I think Jalen Waddle, who hadn't really been a huge part of the offense this year, is going to have a huge day returning kicks and also receiving. So I like Alabama to win at home.
All right, 45-35. Is that right?
Yep.
That's right.
All right, LSU, the Bengal Tigers. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. You ever heard that?
Oh yeah.
And of course they'll be coming out there. But let me tell you this: hey, they play a real tough football game. LSU, I don't know if they played in a. This might be the biggest game in the history of college football. If you look at it, not being played for a national championship, but just
regular
a regular season
game.
It has to be one of the top 5 in the history of college football, you would think.
Yep.
And with all the publicity going around, they say that people are paying as much as $1,000 a seat.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And let me tell you what's going to be crazy about this game. The normal height of LSU, Alabama. All the game day. President Trump's going to be there. You've got what this is going to mean for the playoffs going forward, what it's going to mean for the SEC championship. I mean, it's just, there's so much riding on this game, man, it's just going to be.
And I'm going to throw this out there with what Jason's saying. He's dead on. If this game goes 10 points either way, if LSU beats Alabama less than 10, if Alabama beats LSU less than 10, which all of us have predicted, neither one of them fall out of the playoffs.
That would be something. Let me tell you another thing, too, that Alabama does not do very well. Now, they do return kicks very well, but the kicking game, as far as their extra point, field goal, and punters, are not very good. I mean,
he's got a whole lot better. He's got a whole lot better.
Well, see, and of course, the main kicker's out, isn't he, Mike? The guy that's starting?
He's off the line.
Mike's off the line.
Okay, he's off the line. All right, here's my prediction. First of all, I'm going to take the game. I'm going to take Alabama 42, right here, 42 to 35. 42-35.
That's over.
Alabama, that's over. And, of course, by the score, we can tell that, too. And but it's going to be a great game. And what you need to do is tape that game and enjoy it when you get home from the Troy game. That's the way I look at it.
That's the way I'm going to have to do it, because I'll be working the Troy game.
I hope a lot of folks will be supporting not only Troy and the homecoming, but, of course, rooting the Crimson Tide on in such a big game. Of course, Georgia, you were born and raised in Columbus, and, you're a big Auburn fan. That's a big Auburn town. It's not, 30, 40 minutes from downtown Auburn.
That's right.
And so really, Columbus is probably more of an Auburn town than it is a Georgia town, isn't it?
No, I mean, it's split.
Really?
It's split. And you got a lot of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And, of course, but it's rabid, no question about it. That game's going to be super. The Troy game's going to be very important to Troy. If Troy wins this game, I think they'll still stand a good chance to go to a bowl, to win 6 games. Troy needs to win 3 out of the next 4.
They got to.
And they really need that game tomorrow, no question about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And enjoy all the festivities and have a great time. And I say, go Trojans.
And I want to remind everybody, while we got a minute left, that if you missed out on the Yeti Cooler today here on Mr. Mike's show, you can go to Facebook, Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. We got a little pick-em going right now that you can win a Yeti Cooler special from Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram here in Troy. It's compliments from Mr. Jason Gregory. If you missed out on Mike's Yeti, you still got a chance to win one on Facebook with Sports Chat with Neil and Wally.
Yeah, of course, you use that Facebook. Well, the show's on Facebook every morning starting at 7 o'clock. So it was on Facebook today.
That's right.
Somebody from San Francisco could have called in there. He would have been
Honolulu.
He would have been up all night long. Or wherever, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook rolls, you can actually see this show and actually be able to go to today in LA and run this show back. We appreciate so many of you that support this show and appreciate you, my friend.
Hey, absolutely.
And I know you're ready to go out and sell some premier Dodge Chryslers and Jeeps.
I'm ready to go to Bird's drugstore.
I'm ready. We're leaving to go there right after this show.
Well, they got a good breakfast, don't they?
Hope you have a good weekend. Be careful and go Trojans and go Crimson Tide.